Okay. Just 1 second, so as you get confirmation, we're going to go ahead on and start. I heard notifications. Can somebody double check, officer?
Yeah.
It's cool? All right, cool. All right, you got it.
All right. Hey, shalom, shalom. We're the brothers of the Great Millstone, branch here in Chicago, and first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops, salutations to all our fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, to be like unto the speckled bird among the heathens that look like the heathens. And then unto the few Akwaf that are listening and learning, we give a true and hearty shalom. And you see the subject, we're just going to go right into this thing. America has failed. It's completely, it's in complete and total collapse mode if you really got your eyes open, because you have, for the last, since Obama, you have people, unelected officials, that are making decisions that elected officials are supposed to make. You have elected officials answering to people like Bill Gates, to people like Melinda Gates, people like Klaus Schwab, that creepy baby eating looking dude. All right, look like he just ate somebody, you know. All right. Matter of fact, the Monster Park just sent me a video of some dude, some 25-year-old dude ate some dude's ear and half his face off, you know. And yeah, some 70-year-old guy. They called for an attack, you know. They said it was an assault going on. When they got there, the dude was on top of the dude who was eating his face.
Wow.
And this just happened on that same platform. Some woman jumped up and pushed a 3-year-old girl, little nigger baby, right onto the tracks on that same train platform. So it's a lot of crazy shit happening in America. But nevertheless, you have the lie that was democracy is completely showing itself. It's completely showing itself, and these people are making decisions for people that's completely against the laws that govern this land. You know, and it's nothing new, because Esau claimed to be this America has always, since its inception, claimed to be a God-fearing, Christian, Bible-believing country, but yet America has violated more things in the Bible than any, you know, and on a daily basis. Still, if somebody could get that a Daniel 8:25.
You know why they getting that? I'm gonna make a comment.
You got something, bring it up.
Make a comment on, because you said something about a swab or whatever the case might be, and it was funny because when President Reagan years ago, when President Reagan was giving his speech, it was one of the swabs that owned that marketing and banking scenario that rolled up to him on the side and told him, wrap it up, hurry it up, and whatnot. So it was a swab that actually told the President of the United States, wrap this shit up, hurry it up. And that's when Dave Chappelle got the thing, wrap it up.
See, now I'm looking at here, Brazil protests, Lula vows to punish Congress invaders. So all over the world, this whole Western democracy, or this idea of democracy is failing. It says supporters of outcast. Hold on, let me go back. Damn, come on now. Now the story I fucking hate these songs. Here we go. Got it again. It says Brazil's president Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, they had a long ass names down there, has vowed to punish supporters of the country's ex-leader, Jair Bolsonaro, after they stormed Congress. All right, where did they get that from? Damn, then you put that on the screen. Sam getting his ass beat down. All right.
And the hypocrisy of them say, "Oh, that's horrible, but let's downplay it. Let's not show the truth."
So that's exactly what's going on, because it says right here, even in other countries, when you follow the devil, you end up like the devil on the floor getting beat down. All right. But it says, but the police regained control of the buildings in the capital of Brasilia on Sunday evening after hours of clashes. So it was ass whoopings going on down in Brazil, you know. And I'm gonna tell you, man, you ever watch some Brazilian street fights, man? It'll be the most technical street fights you've ever seen, man. And those people down there can fight, man. You don't fuck with them Brazilians, man. But yeah, it says police regain control. So wherever this democracy is, or these forms of democracy, they're losing control, man. They're losing control. And but then you have these outside entities that seem to have more power than your elected officials. All right?
Where should we export democracy next? Well, shouldn't we save some for ourselves?
Bill hates your ass.
Damn. Where should we export it to next?
And just to show you the proof that if you go through this,
You know,
there's 1,000 memes on the hypocrisy of democracy. All right? And how it's not what is claimed in crack. Ooh.
Oh, like that
cracked
one with
up-
the eagle running over there when they found all that gold
Right.
to go bring them some democracy.
Right.
That shit was hilarious, man.
The democracy is not as cracked up as it should be. You know what I'm saying? And this is
Damn.
actually where it's headed right now. Most High is about to destroy it, man. All right?
You want that,
Yeah.
that Daniel?
Bring it out, brother Baba
It's on the
Kushal.
screen too.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 8, verse 25. It says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
So they always come with this whole peace thing, but the Lord said there is no peace. When they say peace and destruction, well, it ain't gonna be so good, man. Right? And then on top of that, you got more riots and uprisings than ever before in history, man. As a matter of fact, today they were rioting in I didn't even know about this thing in Brazil, but they were also rioting in Bolivia. Maybe you could find something on that. They were rioting in Bolivia, and I believe that they were rioting in the streets of France as well. So, you know, and from what I'm told, the French are always,
You know, they do it very
riding about
very
something.
subtle.
French don't, you fuck with them.
We.
They people come out in the street. You know,
Oh, slack.
go ahead,
No,
bro.
I say there'll never be no peace along as devil's in power, man. The Lord gotta take this man out of power for it to be peace, man. The scripture tell you that he taking peace from the earth, man. When it raised up in power. That's in Revelation 6. Man, prediction. There's never gonna be no peace as long as he's ruling, man.
That's right. And because all these other nations, like according to the scriptures, someone want to get to back it up, they have drunk of the cup, the wine of the cup of Babylon, and they drunk that juice, that Babylonian sweet red. All right.
I'm gonna take a shot. Take a shot at the old man.
And but drinking that juice, they have made the same system. They say, okay, let's make elected officials that are not so elected nowadays. They say, let's go ahead and set up these programs. Let's set up a Senate. Let's let a representative. Let's set up a judicial Watabam. So give the people a ruse of that the power to the people. But how the people got power, but if you got a problem, you got to call your congressman, call your senator, and you try to call, you never
And
get
what
to
are they
them.
doing? I mean, you got the WEF making financial and medical decisions for the entire world, and nobody elected none of them. You know,
That's right.
you know, Fauci wasn't elected,
That's right.
but yet he was controlling shit. All right, and there's gonna be no safety. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:3, and it reads, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." And we all know that once those contractions come, that baby is coming, whether it be stillborn or it be alive. Either way, that baby is coming, man, and it's gonna be painful. All right, you know, there's no such thing as a painless birth.
That right.
You can ask any woman that's ever had a baby. Granted, some births are easier than others, but there is no such thing as a painless birth, man. You know, a woman with a child, they go through some shit.
That's right. Even though they try to do the epidural shit, Trust me and believe. I've seen it firsthand.
And
Don't do
and
shit.
sometimes they end up fucking them up worse later
Yeah.
on. Then they have back problems.
Well, they
Spine.
get paralyzed. Actually, they get paralyzed from that too.
That's right. That's right. This is 2 Edwards 9:3. Therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Right? So, and then for like as thou, all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. This is, you see the manifestation right here on the
Yeah,
screen.
and so this is like current. I didn't know this shit was going on down in Bolivia.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not the only place. And don't think that everything is televised. A lot of things are media blackouts of what's going on around the world, especially in certain places. All right. I was hearing about the one in Japan. They put a media blackout on the on the 4 robots that killed all them people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you did. Somebody sent me that story today. Was it you?
I don't know if
I haven't even read it yet. So I
Right.
got that. Matter of fact, let me go
One of the
find it.
robots even went and downloaded some shit off the internet
No,
to
that's
repair
the same.
himself
No, that's right. One of them.
and to make
Japan.
himself more.
Yeah, somebody sent that to me today.
Yep.
Let me find it.
That's
Damn,
right.
the robot made himself more resilient.
Yeah, because the other 3 got taken out, but the last one that got away went on the internet and upgraded himself.
Just like
This shit,
Terminator.
Chappie
Yeah,
type
Yeah,
shit.
absolutely.
But when you make a machine AI to give its own autonomy, what the fuck you think? What happened with the one that they scrubbed from the net? They how it said who's to blame for everything? They said the Edomites, the so-called white man. He's the tyrant of the earth.
That was about 2013 or 14.
Mm-hmm.
You had 2 Edomites that built two MIT students, I believe. They were from MIT, and they put in they created some sort of AI device, and they set it a learning device, and they set it free on the internet to learn. And it came back within 48 hours saying that Esau, they would call him the white man Esau, and said that they were the problem in the earth. You need to eliminate them, and the earth would heal itself, or something to that effect.
Wow.
Yeah, that was and they scrubbed the internet of that shit. They made them shut the program down.
You can't find that
and you
nowhere
can't
either.
find that story because you could find it once upon a time.
Yeah, it was back web now.
You know, but that they made sure that no one's. So basically, the AI went and started learning and reading the things that we talk about. So what it probably did really, it started watching Hebrew Israelites videos, and then it started opening up certain
Scriptures.
PDF books.
Histories and all
And
that other
histories,
stuff.
it was AI, so it can learn fast. So basically, the AI came back and said, well, these white people, these Edomites, are the problem in the earth.
They're the destructive
That's what
force.
it said. If you get rid of them, you know.
So when the people are righteous are in rulership, the people rejoice. Do they look like people rejoicing? Because it says when the wicked are in rulership, the people mourn. This is the one in France. These are the riots that's been going on.
Damn,
in
so we
France.
went from Bolivia to France, and it's the same shit.
It's the same look. Hey, if a fire be kindled,
That's true. That's true.
I thought it was supposed to be peace when the Ish people be in the land. This don't look like peace.
That's prophecy.
yeah.
It don't look like Isaiah chapter 2 verse 4.
Yeah, that's a final
No,
time.
it's just like you know, you pointed out that book earlier, man. You know, put that book in front of the camera, Bob the shot.
What's the name of it?
Yeah,
Safari book of
you know, because I did a video just a couple weeks ago on that talk point, and while reading and studying the Assyrian script Hebrew, which I really dislike, and it's something in my spirit has always been turned off to it.
Is it this one here? Is that this
But-
one?
Yes.
Well, can you open some pages so it can show the? But nevertheless, it's full of the Assyrian script Hebrew.
Right.
It's
Oh,
the
you want
point.
that page?
It's the point. Any page, it really doesn't matter. All right, but it's full of the Assyrian script Hebrew, and the point being is that the northern kingdom was in the Assyrian captivity, not the kingdom of Judah.
Right.
So if these people were the kingdom of Judah, the kingdom of Judah never used the Assyrian script Hebrew, even in the ancient world. I have the dictionaries, Bibles that has the relics from the coins from the time when the kingdom of Judah was still in place, and even when it was in place under the captivity of the Romans, and they were using the Paleo, the Block Hebrew, or what the Israelis call Biblical Hebrew.
So like
They weren't using the Assyrian script.
like it's on that book, the new book, like you got the Judean coin,
Yeah.
and you got the Paleo Hebrew on it.
So the point being is that the kingdom of Judah never used the Assyrian script. So the fact that they use this form of Hebrew is evidence that they're not who they say they are. And as a matter of fact, when we talk about these unelected officials that are making all these decisions and ruling over shit, they're most of them are of that sect of life. All right? Because the kingdom of Judah was not using the Assyrian script Hebrew at all. They were using the Paleo, even when they were under the Roman captivity. So the fact that they use that is evidence against them. They actually tore their ass. Well, adding all these dots and changing it. Because I'm reading right now, I'm reading the Facts of Facts book by Benjamin Friedman.
So like if you look at the first line from right to left, the third word, the name is Yahweh. You see how they stretch out the ha and they put a substitute under there, so you won't say Yahweh.
Yeah, see, because the name of the Lord is Paul.
That's it.
The name of the Lord is dreadful unto them, man. And most of these elected officials that we're talking about, more of them of that persuasion, that J-ish persuasion. All right, because in the book that Benjamin Friedman wrote, like I said, I'm reading the Facts of Facts by Benjamin Friedman, which was printed in 1954. So he was a really old man then. You got to think about it, man. This man was born in the 1880s, literally like 1880. So he was an adult when doing World War I and World War II. And he was one of them, and he lived as one of them, and he turned away from that and became a Christian, as if that was any better. But he spoke out against them, and he even showed you how they didn't even start referring to themselves as the J-ish word until 1775. That's when they first said it for the very first time. All right, so all this important, and the name of his book is Facts Are Facts. Okay? And then all of a sudden you have, what's his name? Eliezer Ben Yehudi, that added all them dots and shit that wasn't a part of the Assyrian script. Because even the Assyrian language, you didn't see all those dots and dialect or whatever the hell they call it, diacentrics and all that. And then according to, because if I'm wrong, somebody please correct me.
I'm about to show you.
All right, because according to the dictionary Bible that I have, which I meant to bring those, but I wasn't at home. That's why I got some books that I was gonna bring for class for the brothers. Because I had a couple extras of these dictionary Bibles, and it's really good information. But one of them, it said that Ezra was the father of Judaism. So I read the first book of Ezra, the second book of Ezra, the third book of Ezra's, and the fourth book of Ezra's. So in the Apocrypha, the book of Ezra's, first and second, those are the third and fourth book. And I don't recall ever reading anything about Ezra instructing the people to worship Judaism. Am I wrong? Somebody please correct me, because I don't want to be going off.
What did you say again?
No, you're not wrong here.
Okay, I just want to make sure, brother, that I wasn't missing something.
Not on that.
So
Here's an example of coins, and they'll tell you inscription. Obviously, I think that one was obviously or preserved. I'm not sure. Paleo Hebrew, and they'll show you the actual. That's a tazah. That's a ma, the la, and the ka.
And Khan.
You know what I'm saying? You got a ya. You have another tazah. You have the ta. You have the wa. And you have a tha and another wa. All right. That's the heat. This is going back to those time periods. You can go see that this is after Babylonian captivity. This is after Shalmaneser started fucking with both the northern and southern kingdoms, man. So right here, if we were so caught up in these the Yiddish, okay, why did it say right here that this goes back to John Hyrcanus back in 104 BC, and this is Paleo Hebrew.
That's Paleo. They got the Assyrian printed down there, but on the coin it's Paleo. Remember what Snowden said about art and artifacts. That it's important to look at art and artifacts, which I'm a big believer of. All right, because what he said in the book is that the art and the artifacts tell a different story than what the printed word, what they've written, because they'll write whatever the fuck they want. You see, they got it written in the Assyrian script, but on the coin itself is the Paleo.
This is
So that lines up with what I said. The kingdom of Judah never used the Assyrian script. The Judeans never used the Assyrian script. I'm 100% sure of that at this point.
Psalms 85 and 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. That's the reason why the Lord is showing us these relics and these hashtag receipts. Because this is going to tell you the truth, and the wise will see it, and the truth will set them free. If you don't believe it, and you follow the narrative of the democratic democracy lies, the narrative of the people who are ruling the earth and subjugating the earth, then you're going to be part of that ruling too.
I got something here. This is 6th century AD. This monumental work, this is the Masoretic text when it started. This monumental work was begun around the 6th century AD and completed in the 10th by scholars at Talmudic academies in Babylon and Palestine in an effort to reproduce as far as possible the original text of the Hebrew Old Testament. But they wasn't.
So what they said, and I'm trying to marry what you said to what I read in that dictionary. I wish I had every intention on having it with me tonight, and I forgot.
What they use?
Go to my last couple videos, and I can't even think of the name of it, because I had an extra one that I was gonna bring over here for the classroom. 2 of them.
Well, now the point I'm going to looking to make was, like you said, they never use this, and those people don't even speak it correctly or write it correctly. And what's going on is they're not even speaking Hebrew in the first place. They're using Yiddish, a Yiddish language, a gibberish.
So they're using Yiddish over a form of Hebrew that the Israelites never used.
Exactly.
So these people are just frauds all the way around, man. So pretty soon they just gonna have to come with their sword, because they really getting exposed to the 12th power at this point. No, but something they said in that book was that Ezra brought that back from Babylon. They came back from the Babylonian captivity, but I'm like, wait a minute, people in Babylon weren't using the Assyrian script. What the fuck you talking about?
Right.
You know, I'm like, so they liars, man. But that's their own information, because they're the ones that put Judaism in the Bible dictionary when it's not in the Bible. The word Judaism is in the Bible. Can we do a word search on King James on Judaism? Bible shop.
We will definitely do so. Let's go over here and
So so they tell on themselves. See, their proudness so arrogant. They getting caught up in all their lies now. And who would have thought that the Assyrian script would be a weapon, be a witness against them?
Well, they thought.
But now it is.
They thought a bunch of niggas and Indians ain't gonna figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Now it is. So the very fact that they're using that form of Hebrew, all right, is evidence.
It's nothing popping up.
There's nothing popping up, right? Because then they also said that they said that when in Acts 6 and 1, that the Grecians there was that the Hebrews there was the people in Hebrew, the Hebrews there were speaking Aramaic. I'm like, what?
Okay, it's not slacking real quick, because the elder Rapadi said it's in the Maccabees. So I was looking in the.
What's in the Maccabees? Judaism? Okay, let me see.
But that's also, you gotta remember.
Did they print that in there?
Yeah, right. Judaism, right?
Yeah, just like they printed Esau, where it's supposed to say Assyrian, right? But let's look into it though.
They put Easter.
That's right.
Right
Yeah.
beside.
Exactly. So
You have
then
two
there it
matches.
is.
Second Maccabees 2:21, and the manifest signs that came from heaven unto those that behaved themselves manfully to the honor for Judaism, so that being but a few, they overcame the whole country and chased barbarous multitudes. Second Maccabees 14.
So we know that even the fact that it says Jews, that they put that in there, because the letter J didn't exist And prior to that, so we know that they printed that there, and I'm gonna tell you why.
What it is, also Esau was a bastard, because like the scriptures say, all things are double. You know, there's a right hand side to everything, left hand side to everything. Judaism, with that suffix ism, just means the state of. So he's talking about keeping the state of being a Jew, because at this point, you got Israel becoming fucking Greeks. So it's like these men still hold on to the state of being Jews, being Israelites.
To prove you, verse 38 actually encapsulates what you say. For in the
Come
former
on,
times,
and I get that part. Well, go ahead.
in the former times, when they mingle not themselves with the Gentiles, he has been accused of Judaism, and did boldly jeopard his life and body and life with all vehemency for the religion of the Jews.
Right.
Meaning their laws, their statutes, and their customs, which had nothing to do with actual
Modern
Judaism, which is Babylonian, which is another book. So,
So that's why you have to go context.
So small cap, he told himself on the Sakari show, he said the Jewish church is like one's connected to ancient Israel. And he said to want to be Jewish, they go by their mother, they follow the religion of the Jews. So he told themselves in that answer.
and you know what, too, brother, they disappeared that definition. Like when you used to be able to Google search it, and it would tell you that don't confuse that Israeli had nothing to do with an ancient Israelite.
Right.
Don't confuse it too.
Yeah.
When you look it up, it don't tell you
It
that.
don't come up like that.
Yeah, it don't come up like
Yeah,
that.
because Israeli means citizen of modern day state Israel. Israelite means one connected to ancient Israel.
Yeah, and that's pretty much that definition is gone, because if you Google search it, it's not going to tell you that.
Wow.
That's right. And if you go to the scriptures, right, and you see Galatians 1:13, for ye have heard of my conversation in times past in the Jews' religion, how that beyond measure I persecuted the church of God and wasted it, and profited in the Jews' religion above many.
So now that you said that, all right, and knowing and understanding that according to Benjamin Friedman, an actual, Israeli, former Talmudic worshiping person, and he gave the historical context that they just started calling themselves Jews until 1775, and that the letter J, was not used in the Bible. So basically, every time we see a J in the modern Bibles, they put it there. They weren't there in the beginning.
That's right.
That's why you look at the King James, 1611. There's no J's in it. It was always I, because it was Iunis or I'm trying to think when they were called the Jews or the Judeans. It was different ways they pronounce it. I don't speak Greek, so Salaki. All right, but they pronounce but it also says that he also wrote in his book that he was the king of the Judeans. He was not the king of the Jews. It never said that. He was the king of the Judeans, because they wrote on his the headstone over him that he was a king, and they wrote it in Greek, Latin, and Hebrew.
That's right.
All right.
If I may add, on that verse 14, and profited in the Jews' religion of God, many my equals in my own nation, being more exceedingly zealous of the traditions of my father, which is going back to the interpretation of what, when you see that in the apocryphal or right here, the Jews' religion is really going to the traditions of our people versus the whole bullshit they got on the Judaism. You go look at modern day Judaism, which will go to the Talmud. You go to the modern day Judaism, which go into the what's the other one they used? It's the Talmud, and then
It's something
right.
Mesric.
I forgot the other goddamn mud shit. All right?
Hey, look, Isaiah 34:16 clearly tells you that there's no other book to make with the Bible.
Exactly.
All
So
right,
that's two separate things. But that's how Esau, how slick he is. He'll use little things and make associations, and then claim that that's him. That was them.
Always him.
And it's madness.
What they'll say, well, Moses gave the written law, and then there was the oral law. Well, what the hell? That's in the scripture.
Yeah. Where's that coming?
Where's that at? That Yahweh said, here's the written law. Oh, he go the oral law. And during the oral law, what they do, they justify sodomy.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we'll do a lesson on that
I
Judaism.
know. It's gonna come through the spirit. It's gonna come, and I know too. But you can just start with the Talmud though. You can start with the so-called Talmud. All right.
It's a Babylonian book.
In Revelations 22, I'll pull it up on the screen. Says, if anyone, it's actually the Old and New Testament. All right, I'm gonna go to the one that I can find right away. Revelation 22. It says, if anyone add to these books or take away, here you go, verse is that,
22:18.
At 18. It says, for I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add to these things, God shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. If any man shall take away from the words of this book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of the out of the book, and add to the plagues that are written in this book. So, if the Lord said from the Yahushua said, the prophets prophesied to John from Genesis to Revelations, which includes the Apocrypha, because the Apocrypha is between the so-called Old and New Testaments, then the completion of the Scriptures. If you add anything that you call doctrine, historical, or that's supposed to be applied to ancient Israel, or take away, then you're going to get the plagues that's written in this book.
Yeah, that's a lot. You mentioned Old Testament, in Deuteronomy 4 chapter, one is one Proverbs 30 chapter said, don't add on to and take away from his word.
Matter of fact, can I read this one real quick? Malachi 3:6. For I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
Perfect. Milk, that's that good milk. See, the milk scriptures will kill you, man. Because it's really in the scriptures, man.
Hey,
matter of fact, here you go.
With milk, brother.
That's right.
With milk.
This is this is Deuteronomy.
We all right?
Slightly, no, it's still slightly out.
Oh, okay.
Deuteronomy 4:2. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of Yahweh your power which I command you. Because soon as you, hold on, I think they're playing on my screen. I got a whole new modem, so I don't know why Satan is playing with the screen. Satan wants to be Satan.
Well, the subject matter is real touchy, so you got some issues at headquarters and YouTube that are watching and monitoring.
Slow down, right now, slow down.
And they're right.
Pull the plug.
They're very mad right now.
That's right. Because we got one live here, they'll catch up. It'll be all right through the spirit. And the brothers got theirs too, so it's all right. But when you add to the Most High, or you diminish from the Most High, you change the truth and make it alive. If I take a gallon of ice cream and put one rat turd in it and mix it up, it's defiled. See, I told you they're playing with it, man. And I know they're playing with it. That's a brand new modem, so that's bullshit. And they told me this one's supposed to take care of the speeds that I got. So that's Esau.
Yeah.
Right. So we still.
I said it, and they really got offended.
Yes.
They know. Damn.
But the scripture says he's the prince of the power of the air. All right. So he uses the technology against us, man. There's been evidence of brothers just loading up a video. They didn't finish even uploading the video and they cut the video. All right.
It's bad.
Because Esau was devil, man. What's that?
Overkill.
I'm telling you, that's a brand new modem, and they specifically looked at the count, saw that it had the highest speed available, always had the highest speeds available that they sell.
And they put us right back where we were.
Yeah, exactly, because they know they're the devil.
Yeah, that's
They're
okay.
still working on it.
Hey, may the Lord, the people that are there that are pushing these buttons and playing, hey, shalak rayam unto you to this night. I hope that when you leave and go to your car that you get mugged. Something happens, something bad happens. You get in a car accident and die.
It's
Be
buffering.
like Dave Chappelle, I hope all the bad things in life happen to you.
It's like it for the brothers that are just coming back on. We have a brand new modem that hasn't been happening a lot, but this is evidence of Esau took it and they did it again. Soon I said it's evidence of Esau, they did it again.
Yeah, they're angry. Hey, you know what? Fuck y'all, man.
That's it.
Fuck you.
That's it. I know what you wrote here.
And you see, it got 2 bars. And I just went back down to 1 bar. That's Esau, man. They're playing.
There's no reason for that to be happening, especially as all the other cameras.
No, that's what they're doing, because right now you got people dropping off the feed. That's exactly what they want. Just went down for over 40 people to barely under 40 now. All right. So this is the part. I mean, your brothers, if you have
once again, this is evidence of these unelected officials.
That's right.
All right, they get to rule and control over shit. There's no reason that should be happening.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. So if you see that, just bear with us, and just hang in there.
Yeah, you see, it say the live is choppy.
Yes.
And this wasn't choppy when we started. We did a sound check.
The sound is very
Everything was perfect, and it was coming in perfect on all the other brothers' devices.
papaya. I think I need that knocked out, just in case. Alright, but we're gonna keep on going, and I'm saying, Bible Shot, just, bear with us on these channels right here.
This is unbearable.
It's unbearable. You can hear it yourself? See, that's Esau, brother. Anybody else on the line?
Yeah, he says you're buffering. How should I say we're buffering?
Oh, it's still buffering right now as we
And
speak.
he's listening to it. He's listening to it. Sid, come here. Come here.
You just said you're back, but buffering is still extreme.
All right.
Very extreme.
Anybody who's on the Wi-Fi, Bible Shot, make sure you're not on the Wi-Fi. Hey, shalom, Bob.
Shalom, brother.
All right, just bear with us, Bible Shot. Otherwise, what channel you on?
GMS Scripture today.
We also are live on GMS Scriptural today. What are you on?
Jim Esquero 2. I'm thinking Jim Esquero 2.
So GMS Skid Row 2.
And then which one you on?
Truth hurts the wicked one, all together.
All one word. Truth hurts the wicked one. All right. So just in case, if you need to jump off of this too unbearable, Bible Shot, jump on either one of these other channels, and we're gonna continue to work on it. I went out of my way to go get a new modem, and so far since I got it, has been okay. But now they acting fool.
Yeah,
That
well,
shows
you know what?
it's
That was some very sensitive information.
Of course.
That's Salakia. No, shit like that makes them mad, you know.
We ain't them peoples.
Yeah.
How dare you say that
How
shit?
dare you say that?
How
No,
dare you
but,
tell
you
the
know,
truth?
but that
You
was
didn't want to
facts.
say.
I mean, they facts are facts. Just like the, like the former Jewish guy now turned Christian. Well, he's dead now. Like he said, facts are facts, man. Despite how much they hurt your feelings, a fact is a fact. What you should be angry with, you should be angry at your forefathers for continuing to teach you those and push those lies. Actually, you think about how horrific your end is going to be. It probably would have been a little bit easier for you had you just admitted that the truth about things. All right. I even heard that woman. What's her name? The little Edomite chick that be going in hard on him, Jane Elliott. And she's an ish too. I didn't know that. But she said that if they told the truth about history, racism wouldn't exist. And I heard her say that, and I'm tripping because I said that in the 6th fucking grade. All right, that's how long I've been in this fight. Really, trying to bring forth a message of truth, because all my friends in the classroom, every time we got into social studies and history, they shut up, man, because they just wanted to go outside. They, but I had problems with the bullshit that they were telling us, even as a kid, because I saw it. I was like, I'm reading it, and then they would try to make this sweet language, make it nice. Like, it's like, man, you can't take somebody out their house and take their land and make it nice. I don't care how words you word it. They was killing people. They was murdering people. I was saying these people only rich because they stole everything. I was saying that shit in the 6th fucking grade.
I did the same thing. My mom worked at the same school because she was an educator too. And
I was saying it in the 6th grade, man.
They told
and niggas was, man, shut up, man.
One of my teachers had called me, had a parent conference with me because my mom worked at the school, so I would do the same thing and challenge all their bullshit. And they had me go into do a meeting with them, and he would say, yeah, he's disruptive, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's always contradicting, he's always challenging. And my mom asked one question: was he right? Well, it's irrelevant. He's being disturbing the class. You know what I'm saying? But
that spirit was on my youngest son too, man. Yada was the same way.
Yeah, we was in a social studies class, and we was reading about how Esau stole the native land. Then Esau started quoting Genesis 1:30, talking about the land is to be messed with. They weren't really there. They were just occupying the land. They didn't really own it, so then they came along and took it.
So
what?
What
grade are you in?
They wasn't maximizing the use of the land.
Hold on a second. What grade are you in?
7.
So then we have an Ak here and a truth talking about what they're doing in 7th grade right now. All right,
they were occupying it. They weren't really there. All right, see, all right, let me right behind
It's
you.
like Richard Pryor joke that answer why you allowed the people in the house. Oh, they was home.
This is Proverbs 1:22. How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity, and scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge? And that's to all them niggas and spiggers who were screaming "shut up" because they wanted to go to recess.
Right.
This is Joel 5:13. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness,
and the counsel of the forward is carry headlong. And that's what they do, man. They use their craftiness to try to make it seem like, oh man, this thing never happened, you know, this is really art, you know, the truth. You know, putting up lies and stuff, and just to show, sweep the truth under the rug.
They glamorized the evil that they did. Remember, it was Manifest Destiny at one point in time and all this other shit.
Exactly.
And now all of a sudden, now that the cloak of the bullshit they didn't put on it is being pulled back, and they see it for the ruthlessness
Like
of bullshit.
like hiding behind this word Judaism, because why isn't Judaism mentioned when Moses got the laws?
Because he wasn't.
You know, why when Joshua made the statement for me and my house, he didn't say we was gonna follow Judaism.
It's in the Lord.
All right, exactly. So the Lord Yahweh, not Hashem, we don't know who that is. We don't know who old great the name is. All right, we know who Yahweh is. He didn't give Judaism to the children of Israel.
I got a precept for you.
Bob Kashan.
This is Ezekiel 37 and 19. Saying to them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand, and the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thy hand before their eyes. And says to them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whether they have been gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. I will make them one nation and the land upon the mountains of Israel. And one king shall be king to them all, not a prime minister, motherfucker. But one king shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms anymore at all. End of the day, even when we're referred to as the Jews, talking about the three nations, that was part of the curses. Alright, because we're the 12 tribes of Israel. We're the one nation of Yasharal.
That's
Alright? So Judaism, even the Maccabees, them referring to Judaism, that's part of the curses, man. Alright, because we're one nation called the 12 tribes of Yasharal.
Look at it.
Alright? And the Lord said he's going to bring us back together as one nation. Isaiah 11, it says, Judah should not vex Ephraim, Ephraim should not envy Judah. Alright, we're one nation, man. We are the Israelites, man. Not Jews.
That's right.
That's madness.
That's right. Because Judaism goes back to the word Judah. So to imply that would mean that everybody Judah, but only now if you imply that, what group of people right now are claiming to be the ancient people of the Holy Land, and what do they refer to themselves as? One tribe. Then where is Ephraim? All right. Where is Manasseh? Where is God? All right.
They don't have to be there.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And then even then, this is how shit get messy. The Most High said He's not an author of confusion, man.
Let me read one more. And David, my servant, shall be king over them, not a prime minister. All right. And David, my servant, shall be king over them. They shall all have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments, not having
The Talmud is not his judgments.
That's right. We ain't gonna have no fucking gay parade in the land of Israel, man.
Right? No, you fake believe.
Right.
Yeah, and then they heavy smokers too.
Yep.
Israelis are heavy. They are heavy smokers and heavy drug. They do a lot of drugs, man.
They shall also walk in my judgment and observe my statutes and do them. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant. Y'all don't even got the whole land.
That's right.
All right?
It's like, and they're sharing a land with so-called Palestinians that you got to fight with and war with, and you're supposed to be in your blessed kingdom.
They share that land with a multitude of people.
That's true.
They got Dukes over there. All right? They got fucking Ethiopians over there.
Hamites.
Yeah.
My feet again. You say it too much.
And they shall dwell in the land that I have given to Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt. And the land of Israel is actually massive, man. Yes. They shall dwell therein, even they and their children, and their children's children forever. And my servant David shall be their prince forever. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them. I will place them and multiply them. Y'all numbers a little short over there, man. Y'all ain't multiplied. And will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forever. Hey, where is the Lord at in the land? When we get set up, guess what? Our Lord is going to be there. It says the sun should not be a light for thee anymore. The Lord is going to be our reward. All right, we're gonna always have that star, that cherry above us in the land. All right, said in Revelation, the Lord shall dwell, the tabernacle of men. He shall dwell amongst men. All right, Jeremiah 3, they don't say no more with the Ark of the Covenant. We're gonna have the Lord right there.
That's right, brother. That's right.
We're gonna drink wine when Yahweh shine in the kingdom and all that, man. You motherfuckers are weak, man.
I want to back you
Y'all
up.
can't even grow grapes. Y'all gotta set up irrigation system to grow some fucking grapes, nigga.
That's right.
That's the land of milk and honey, bitch.
You gotta do export and import.
Same
They're one of the biggest importers of everything because the Lord has put a curse on that land since they took it over. And for the record, you see this true map, true scale of the map of the world, show how really big things are. You see, you can put the America and damn near South America almost in Africa. That's how big it is. And right next to it is what?
That whole landmass right there.
Right. This one here would be Israel. Is way bigger than what you think it is. It's how they show it in modern day maps is not what it is. And the Lord said He's going to add into our land. All right. We're going to have all of Edom that was south of us. Okay. And then we're the Israelites. Technically, everywhere we step is ours anyway. That's why you don't pay tribute to us in the goddamn
The
first
meek
place.
shall inherit
Yeah,
the earth.
it's
What?
amazing. You could damn near get South America and America into Africa, into that area. You know, that's how because that was the ancient world.
Right.
That's how you know that the Israelites came to a place where never mankind had dwelt. The whole ancient world, put the finger on it. That was the whole ancient world right there. All right, you can go over to the east too. All right, that was the ancient world. You know, and Asia, I mean, and Europe as well. That was the ancient world. All right, the Israelites came over to there.
Yep, the end of the earth.
Right, they came over to the
That's
other
those
side of
parts.
the earth. Exactly.
That's
Okay, but yeah, and another thing, just to land back on what he said, and let y'all get that scripture. As far as them Israelis being weak, man, I know I've had a lot of Israeli and Jewish clients over the last 20 years, and they all have problems having children. All right, and most of the women, especially in these last 10 years or so, they all were getting pregnant with in vitro. All right, their husbands couldn't even get them pregnant, man. Told you want to have a go baby, just go fuck a Jake. You'll get pregnant.
Don't kiss Ephraim.
Hey, because you know what? Because according to you, as long as the mother's Jewish, your baby's Jewish anyway. So
So it don't matter if Jake stroke out.
According to you.
Y'all got this Psalms 37 and 11. It says, the meek shall inherit the earth and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. And so we understand now that that's over in the land right now calling themselves the special chosen children are not the meek, you know, because it says when the meek inherit the earth, they shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. You see, no more wars, no more, matter of fact, it will be no more, nobody would be saying, nobody else could claim to be the Israelites when the Israelites are in rulership.
that's
And
right.
y'all, you say they be in this abundance, right?
Abundance of peace, yeah.
Okay. Well, in that abundance of peace, the scripture also says that the gates will be open and all the ones will be brought to them too, right? So they wouldn't be a welfare state.
Yeah. How you got over here nowadays? You will see at 11 o'clock at night, dun, 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 and then you see a commercial of some so-called Jewish white old lady and a shawl and sitting there like this and man, looking for the food.
Why don't they go to these rich ass Jewish neighborhoods?
Right.
Right here in America, why don't you show these gated communities here in Chicago?
That's it.
All right, with all the you go up to the
Glencoe.
Gold Coast. Just go. You ain't got to go to Glencoe. You ain't got to go that far. Just go to the Gold Coast and go to Lincoln Park. All right, certain parts of Lincoln Park, man.
I got one back, brother. This is Isaiah 60 and 12. For the nation and kingdom that was not served, these shall perish. Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted. Look, but Israel is ruling, man, and like it says, the dog shall not move his tongue. Ain't gonna be nobody scoffing Israel, man. Nobody gonna be able to talk shit. We ain't gonna have to come up with a phrase. Y'all anti-something. Y'all anti-this. No, we ain't gonna have to do all that, man. You're gonna be touched. All right? Not by the Holy Spirit,
Yeah, I mean, and then here they supposed to be the land. And look, the scriptures clearly say. Matter of fact, pull up Israeli Galil, and then after that, pull up Israeli weapons manufacturers. Because the scripture
Right,
said that when
we
the
know Iron
children,
Dome.
when the
That's
children
right.
of Israel go home, there's gonna be no more weapons, man. Israelis manufacture a lot of weapons, man. A lot of rifles and a lot of weapons of war. Weapons that look at that Israeli Galil assault weapon. Matter of fact, you got American military people that brag on these weapons, man. So these are some of the most dangerous and effective killing.
Hey, you saw that? That thing said it can switch from 5.56 to 7.62.
That's
You see what I
That
mean?
shit crazy.
You see what I mean?
That's
So
some
these
technology
Galils,
right
these
there.
Galils ain't no fucking joke, man.
Well,
All right, these are some serious fucking weapons. But the
They gonna
point
add it
being
in now.
that the scripture says there'll be no more weapons.
That's somebody pulling one up.
When the children of Israel go, and this is just one of their weapons,
That's
man.
crazy. They can use both them different
Hey,
sizes.
exactly. So that means that it don't matter whether or not you grab a 16 or 60. You can take that ammo and load it up and use it. It don't matter.
They ready.
This is
legit.
Isaiah 2:4, and he shall judge amongst the nations.
Start at 1.
Baba Bashar, no problem. Let me get there real quick. This is Isaiah.
You see
2
what the
and 1.
Spirit do? Because this was supposed to be about something else.
The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw, but it's actually still the same because guess who's running America?
This
The
is
small
true.
hats.
Well, yeah, the Americans
Unelected
call-
officials.
Yes, that's
You're
right.
Right,
on target.
because the Prime Minister of Israel is running America.
That's
Yeah,
it.
it's
You
called-
best the unbeliever, and his handlers that are running him.
Yeah, America's called the beauty of the Chaldees. The Chaldees are the Babylon wise men.
Come on, brother.
There's wise men behind the scene actually running what's called Babylon, aka America. All right, you want to start? Let's say go to your astrologers, your prognosticators, all that. That's these high-level warlocks, man, on the left-hand side, man.
That's right.
That's who really running this shit.
That's
Hey,
right.
look, you gotta ask yourself: was George Bush Jr. really running shit?
Hell no.
It's dementia Joe.
Right.
He got dementia.
This
Dementia
man-
Joe.
You don't even remember this damn walk off the stage to the left.
Did y'all know that?
It's one clip I saw the other day.
Like a puss.
That's one clip I saw the other day, and the Secret Service is like, it's come right here this way. And then the Secret Service did like this and pointed and turned walking. He walked following him the whole other way. And they said, "Yo, he fucked up again."
Did you know that the Uzi was Israeli made?
Perfect.
Did y'all know that the famous
Uzi.
Yeah, I forget. Yeah, I forget.
It's in
the-
the
How did they
neighborhood.
get up in you niggas' neighborhood?
Right.
Right.
Exactly. How did so many niggas get Uzis and shooting each other up and
I always remember that.
Bloods and Crips and shooting each other down?
With
Right,
Uzi.
and it was because it was by an Israeli designer named Uziel Gal.
Oh wow.
Uziel Gal.
Uzi.
So it's named after him. So these people and Esau's blessing was what? Can somebody get that?
Up, yeah.
Genesis
So
27:40.
now while you're getting there, I'm going to get Isaiah 2:1. The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. It shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the tops of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow to it. And many people shall go and say, "Come, let us go to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem."
What nations are coming to you, Israelis, for counsel and guidance and righteousness? Man? It's not happening.
That's right.
Period.
That's right. And he shall judge amongst the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords, the Uzi verts, right? They got them Galils, and whatever the hell else they got.
The
right?
Iron Dome.
The Iron Dome, their missile defense systems, right? Which is their swords.
All those weapons have a fix for a bayonet on them too.
That's
My
right.
God.
They have so these are complete weapons of death.
That's right.
All right, they got fixed. They if you look at that little
Knife,
thing on
yeah,
the
all I
front,
got now. Yep.
yeah, those are fitted for the bayonet to slide right on it.
And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. And right now we got Ukraine and so-called Russia going at it. You got over there India and China going at it. You got Taiwan and China going at it.
That's
You got
right.
America fucking with Taiwan, which pissing off China. You got Japan mad at Russia. You got all this other shit going on everywhere. It's nothing. The Battle of Armageddon and everything is mounting and mounting and mounting and mounting and mounting up. It's like you said earlier before the show. It's one catalyst that's going to knock all the dominoes down.
We're one event away at this point. One event is going to trigger everything, and don't forget the CBDC.
And that's the event.
That's
At the end of the day, All these countries put their trust into the American economy, the American dollar, and what these elites are telling you is, we're going to destroy that economy, we're going to destroy that dollar to get to the next step. They're going to be livid, man.
Yeah.
Because they citizens go uprising.
Your bank account's going to disappear.
Yeah.
And if you got a huge bank account, it's going to be turned a lot smaller. So the American citizens are going. That's why they passed that law on the downgrade of weapons here in America, of magazine capacities here in America. Well, at least here in Illinois, and they're trying to pass that around about everywhere. But yeah, because if any of you out there who don't know, then any sidearm or weapon like the ones you're looking at on the screen that has more than a 20-round capacity will be you won't be able to have it. You won't be able to buy it. 20 rounds, brother.
Damn. I thought it was. Okay.
Anything, I'm sorry. 12. And I'm sorry, I meant to say 12.
Yeah,
12. Anything over 12.
Yeah, okay.
Anything over 12.
Anything over 12.
So you know, even if you're licensed to carry a firearm on a daily basis, if you have that, you can't carry. You won't be able to carry anything over 12, and that's going to cause a lot of mess with Americans too.
Yeah,
because they're going to stop selling the 20 and 25 and all that whole sort of thing. They're going to stop selling firearms, a handgun that you can actually put in a clip that has more than 12 rounds in it, and so the people who don't have them, you ain't never gonna get them if you don't have them already, and it's gonna be illegal to carry them if you do have them.
So they will confiscate when they come across.
And then you'll lose your fire or your license, and now you're gonna be because you said it's a felony now.
So basically, if you have the license to carry to carry, all right. When that, because the law's been the bill's been passed, the law hasn't gone into effect yet. Probably won't go into effect until maybe June or after. So you're looking at a good 6 months or more before that happens. So meaning being is that they want to reduce the firepower capacity for the citizens because they get ready to come against the citizens.
That's right.
Because it's not legal gun owners that are running around shooting up shit and jacking people. All right? It's not. Okay? It's all these firearms that the authorities put on the streets illegally, right? Which they don't want to admit that they do it, but they do it.
Oh, look, there's a whole, you can go on YouTube and go and type in Vice Ghost Guns. And they doing these fucking interviews with these niggas making ghost guns down in South America. 3D. How can Vice find these criminals, but law enforcement cannot?
And they make it here. But right through law enforcement.
Right, how they get all the way up in the States? Like how? But Vice can find them. How is Vice finding them?
To a little pants-sagging asshole on the south side.
Right.
Or the west side.
It's madness, man.
Dude can't even pull it. Every time he fires a gun, his pants fall down. He's trying to hold his hands up. Probably why they missing everything, shooting all the wrong people.
Shooting all the wrong people, that's right.
This is Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and hath made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, that democracy wine, her ideology wine, that homosexual wine, that war wine, that make missiles and all this other shit wine to subjugate the Israelites and keep them under their foot wine, all that shit. Therefore, the nations are mad.
The causing of accidents.
Yes.
Right? With all these horrible accidents that are happening all over the place.
Perfect. You know, so this place is done. That's why it says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. Up, they're playing with this pain. And so she may be healed. When all these nations, people have taken your juice, your Babylonian juice, and just been going for it to try to take care of their own. But you see more and more, like we saw in the riots over there in France, riots over there in Bolivia. That's if we go. I can pull up the map and we'll look it up after I finish. There's riots going on all kind of places that have been on for the last years and mounting more and more and more and more. Never in my life, and I'm almost 50, have I seen riots on this scale. You'll see a riot once in a blue moon.
And like Benji said, and then because of that proxy war over there, to get everything started in Ukraine, they're bringing all these Ukrainian citizens, most of them being small hatters, all right, over here to America and housing them, giving them houses and cars. All right. Meanwhile, they put the Esau turning on Eve. He put the nigger woman out in the streets now, taking away her housing and shit.
I just
Alright.
put in images for riot maps of the world.
Damn.
Alright, because it's not what I'm telling
That's
you. They
insane.
don't tell you.
That's
the
insane.
truth.
That all those red dots are riots around the world.
This is riots around the world. There's a media blackout of the truth. That sounds like a good lesson for somebody. There's a media blackout of the truth. All right? This riot's always going on, man. Now, this goes back to 2015. Okay? I can go, it's a website that keeps a track of all the whatever's going on and
I
whatever.
had pulled up earlier. They ain't updated this since December 6th. And it's Carnegie Endowment, yeah. It's
Carnegie Endowment.
yeah.
Carnegie.
And I'll put it on active.
Carnegie Mellon, or is it,
Carnegie
GIE.
Endowment. Carnegie Endowment. CRNEGIE
down for international
Down
peace?
for international.
Endowment.
Yeah, for international peace, there it is.
.org.
Okay, that word. Okay, so I'm gonna hook it up. I'm gonna get it. See, that's the
That's
reason.
word.
No, I got you, brother. I'm fixing. I had a space there. There we go. All right. And see, Esau he wants to be as if he's God, so he keeps track of everything. That's why he put the cameras everywhere, going to your phones, your laptops, your anything that's going up to the
Yeah,
net.
then he can break into your phones
Yes.
too.
Oh, yes.
Boy,
Yes.
Break
He's
to the
behind a lot
smart
of this.
TVs on.
Hey, I've been watching a lot of these shows where they were showing you
Where you going to?
how the crooked ass CIA, because I don't know if you're aware, but the CIA are the ones that coined the phrase conspiracy theory,
Yep.
if you didn't know it. And then 60 years later, you know, come to find out that it's a proven fact. It's not a conspiracy. It's a proven fact that the CIA was involved with the assassination of President Kennedy. But all the people involved are now dead. That's why they made it, because they made sure that everyone would be old and dead and gone. So you can't put it on the agency because all those people that were involved were dead. But it's just so funny that the very agency that coined the phrase conspiracy theory actually murdered the president.
Right, and they trying to paint the narrative as if they just knew or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
But, right, we know what it really is.
Yeah, we know what
you
it
watched
is.
that video.
Yeah, he got
The
shot
driver
from two different
shot.
directions.
That driver shot his
Yeah,
ass.
he took, it was so cool.
Turned around.
Yeah,
It was like, what?
Hey, that's what she's trying.
Then that makes sense why she was crawling away.
Where
Yeah,
exactly. That's
she
why she's
saw the
trying to go
motherfucker
out.
turn it, man.
Yeah.
She turned around trying to go out the back of the car. You motherfucker! You just so seriously? She tried to crawl away from the fucking driver.
And you know what? She shut her mouth and never talked about
She didn't want
it.
to say nothing else.
Hey, but they knew why, because when the son John got of age, that magazine he did was named George after Bush. In that scenario, he knew who it was.
The grassy knoll.
And that's why he never went into politics. But as they say, they show you they fingerprint on shit. Why? Because in Iron Man at the end of it, they said what happened to Obadiah, right? That was the name of the villain. He said he's going to have had an airplane crash, which is how John died. So they put their fingerprints on it. So can you connect the dots? Is the question. Yeah, well the scriptures show us we gonna connect the dots. You playing big games, huh?
There you go. It's okay, because we patient, bro. We the sons of the Heavenly Father. We follow the Lord, man. All right, and he brings like the scripture says, he's gonna bring everything to light. All right, the Most High is gonna bring it to light. So what says over 400? All right, I'm just gonna scroll down.
You get on active. The map is right.
Hit
Let's
active.
say okay, active.
Come down.
All right, Salaki.
Right there was the active.
The map is loading up too.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's loading up, yeah.
Okay, so there you go. So this is active. This is the one that's now.
That's all.
That's all.
You gotta hit active. Yeah.
Oh, active for okay. Oh, okay.
Now remember that said it ain't been updated since December 6th.
All right, so now that one's gonna load. You'll see it when it pop up on the screen.
Hey, there's a list under it. It shows a list too.
And there you go. Now this is what's going on right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
So
6,
calm
7,
down a
8,
little
9,
bit on the
10,
riots,
11,
but it's
12,
still
13,
going.
14, 15, 16, 17. It's over.
And it don't got the new ones that started after the 6th of December.
Right. So this is over 30. This is basically
dumbass
year ago.
Americans are getting fucked over All right, they family members and friends are dying of accidents, but they ain't rioting. You see, Americans are so docile and stupid, man.
Right.
Collectively, they really are, man.
That's 23 active riots that was back in December what? Early December. All right. And so that letting you know this is uproars of the people, man. People are not happy, bro.
Worldwide, and you still got floods and all kind of and earthquakes in diverse places, all kind of crazy weather shit happening around the world too.
That's it. This is your evidence of democracy in action.
Animals changing their places, all kind of weird ass animal attacks. You know, we all heard of, what was that about a month ago when the crocodile bit the head off of the 8-year-old, and swam away with his body when his whole family witnessed it.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, crocodile. Hey, we was used for alligator bait, huh?
That's right. And see, Lord said, render unto them double. Y'all ain't even seen what the Most High got in store for the retribution. And Lord said, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, I will repay. He said, render unto them double for all the wickedness and the persecutions and tribulations and afflictions that you put on the Hebrew Israelites and what you put on the earth and on the world, on the animals, the birds. He said, the earth mourneth. How's the earth mourning? Because you've been fucking it up.
Yeah.
Scripture
When you
says
see
that.
thousands.
No, if it say, scripture say it's going to return upon your own head.
That's it.
We see thousands of sea creatures beaching themselves. Yeah. You know?
I can't take it anymore. I'd rather just die up here.
Hundreds of dolphins just swim up onto the shore. Sharks swimming up onto the shore. Whole schools of big ass whales just swimming up onto the shore, man. They didn't get up on the shore on accident. Right. They went up on the shore on purpose, man. Because they want to give up the ghosts because they're in pain because they're swimming in such filth. You got to think if water is the way you breathe and the water is fully polluted, when you swim through it, all kind of toxins and shit, you just in so much pain, right?
It's like you walk. It's like you trying to walk through tear gas.
You know, so they go beach themselves. You know, and then Esau crew last trying to push them back into the water. It's like we gotta save them. They all trying to shove them back in. They're like, no, man, we trying to get out of that shit.
That's it. Yeah, when you think about it like that, like you said, when you got gills and whatnot, it's like us trying to walk through a room with tear gas and shit going.
I mean, it's unbearable. I'm going to show you some images right now. All right? You have a plastic.
Look at that shit.
You got a plastic landmass that's bigger than the size of Texas. On the west coast. Okay? You have coral reefs. This is your evidence. This is your result of democracy. You have coral reefs that are dying, which kill whole ecosystems underneath the sea. Okay, this is the look at this. This is the bottom of the floor in certain places. Look at that shit, man. And you got to remember that these things are different metals. These things are different chemicals.
And then they remove all the things that can clean up the bacteria and the shit that's in there.
Because they harvest the shrimp out, they harvest the catfish, they harvest the lobster, they harvest the crabs, they harvest the clams. Ever since Gordon Ramsay talked about scallops, they harvest the scallops, they harvest every goddamn fucking thing. That's supposed to clean this shit.
Exactly. And matter of fact, I just saw, I believe it was the brother Zach Yahweh has sent me an article, and I opened it up, and it was talking about shrimp being found with all full of cocaine.
Yeah, and fentanyl and all kind of drugs.
Yeah, they were testing the shrimp, and all the shrimp had cocaine in them.
You know it's crazy that
I'm like, what the fuck? So this is Revelation 11 and 18. It says, and the nations were angry, and that wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged.
Shrimp.
And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, will wait and please, Lord.
Wow.
And to the saints, all right, and to them that fear the name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyeth the earth.
Come on, brother.
Perfect.
Look at this, man.
Yeah,
See,
I was holding it too.
And also the Turks had the herpes.
Herpes.
Yeah, herpes. And the Koalas had syphilis. He saw this fucking shit up. Hey, even just the fact that capitalism is a piece of shit, because check it out. They was doing the fur trapping was big business. They took those beavers down to South America, man. Those beavers don't got no natural predator down there. So now that the fur trapping business ain't as big like it was, alright, those beavers, they just fucking shit up down there, man. Alright, they fucking up whole ecosystem. Esau just fucked shit up, man. Like they bring, I forget what fish it was they got from Japanese.
The
From
carp.
Japan.
That
Carp.
carp. Yeah, that carp. And in some of these waterways here in the Chicagoland.
Yeah, I caught a carp when I was a kid, about big as my leg. He was big as fuck.
Yeah, but that Asian carp is an aggressive ass fish. And they showed it where a guy was riding through it in a motorboat.
Oh yeah, they were jumping and
They
hitting.
was jumping aggressively at the damn boat. It's like, get your ass up out of here.
They damn gang banging.
Gang banging fish.
Nigga, what you is?
He know what school you with. He know. He saw no.
Gang banging ass.
He saw no.
So you did go to school.
He saw no. He knows that the Lord not. He's destroying the earth. He's doing all this out of spite, man. Because you know the Lord not dealing with his ass.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right, Elder. This dude, that dude, Esau really is on some. If I can't have it,
nobody can.
He's on that man. You know how when his wife leave him and he go home and shoot her, the kids and everybody else.
Right.
How you get a shot with a car? One nigga that crashed his Tesla off the bridge with his wife and kids.
Yeah.
How you get a shopping cart?
And
I know.
live.
I'm looking at it. This is crazy.
I got a preset for you. It's Jeremiah 12.
And 2 tires in it too.
Yeah, diver takes on underwater pollution. Let me try to help.
Okay.
Jeremiah 12 and 4. How long shall the land mourn, and the earth of every field wither, for the wickedness of them that dwell therein? The beasts are consumed, and the birds, because they said, he shall not see our last end. That's what Esau at right now. He's like, man, nobody gonna see us go down, man. We taking everything down.
Exactly.
You know, they got that Nino Brown spirit, man. They taking everything down. CMB is bigger than Nino Brown.
But back on what you were saying about that shrimp, because it happened here at the job. This Latina was fucking cooking up and warming up some shrimp or whatever the case might be. And some people, like I said, we kind of hooked together and whatnot. The people that was in the other room, a couple of Edomites that was in the other room, asked one of the Edomite male asked the Edomite female, did you burp or something? She was like, no. So she left. And when she came in, I went in. I was like, I went to the bathroom. I came back. I was like, damn, what's that? That stink like that? Okay. She was like, shrimp. I'm like, she said, you don't like shrimp? I said, I don't like stink. On no level. Okay. This, that, and the other. Come to find out, and the reason I'm recapping it now is because today it was all brought back to me and whatnot. And the guy literally told me, he said, when you said that, we was in a room or whatnot, and basically this Mexican that they think everybody, they laughing at us. You cooked up and warmed up and ate that shit that stunk like that. That shit smelled like vomit.
Oh yeah, fentanyl done do good in the microwave apparently. Now the gum ain't mentioned that shrimp. Fentanyl shrimp.
Cocaine shrimp. Shrimp.
I didn't even pay attention. I didn't even think about shit like this. But here's a picture of how the ships get. Commercial ships with the big cargoes with the big truck tank liners. They have thousands and thousands. They got the sonar. You got these security vessels. You got the other vessels. That's all that sonar. That all the whales and so many different animals operate off of sonar, so it's disrupting them and fucking driving them crazy. All right, you got this.
Might be another reason why they beast them.
Yeah, that's what made me think about it.
I don't know where they're
I didn't
going.
even think about it because you think about that. One of those things they can have emissions of fucking oils. They know how many tankers throw oils in the sea, pollutions in the sea, human waste and all kind of other waste out into the oceans and the seas that vexes the creatures. But then you got these just like 5G and it fucks with us. You got shit to fuck with the animals that's underneath. That's why we need Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. This is pure hell.
Evil. You're right. Like you said, the whales, sharks work on that. Dolphins work off of that. Go ahead.
Yep, this is Matthew 24:22. In the scriptures that unfold. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Everything will be done for, man. If Esau stayed in rulership, nothing will be here, man. Esau, Wisdom Solomon 2 tells us the mentality. Let us speedily use the earth that is not used, man. Hey, they don't give, they want to use it while they can, man. They want to take it all down.
Just like
They don't want to leave it to nobody else.
You know that cartoon on YouTube, Man. And whatnot, that cartoon Man and whatnot, where he comes out and just start destroying everything and fucking everything up. What you got?
I know you're talking about.
Go ahead, brother, bring it up.
This John 10:10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. Perfect. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundant.
God, and you know, if Esau stay. You know what? It's funny because what was I talking about? I don't know. Was I talking about on the live or before we went live about the dude eating the dude's face?
You mentioned it live too.
Okay. And then all of a sudden this came on the feed. We've been warning you it will be a time like never before. Cannibalism is coming back.
Zombie.
Right. And the crazy thing is too is that I finally finished season 11 of the last series of The Walking Dead just this morning.
Wow.
So it's just too many coincidences. A lot of things are getting ready to happen, man.
It's like the movie Bones you
A
talking
lot
about.
of things. Oh yeah, that
Bone,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah, brother. What movie? That Bone and
It's a
All.
wild movie.
It's called Bone and All.
Bone and All.
Yeah, and no, I think it's still in the theaters right now.
Oh, okay.
They would like clear.
But it's literally it's called Bone and All, and so you figure it out.
Hey,
Wow.
But yeah.
according to Forbes, scientists estimate about 70 to 90% of all coral reefs will disappear over the next 20 years.
So that means so that within itself,
Nah, we almost have it.
if that will let you know right there that the Lord has to be on his way
Gotcha.
back.
Absolutely.
Because the Lord's not going to allow his precious creation to just disappear.
God.
Right? And then we all saw that area in Thailand where remember that movie Leo DiCaprio was in, I think it was called White Beach or The Beach.
The beach.
Right. That they that overused tourist sites, tourist location attraction. When the big fake sea thing hit.
No Escape?
No, brother, it was a beach movie. But when the sea pandemic hit, all right. Yeah, it was looked like that, white and dead. It was like that.
Yeah, that's dead.
But after over a year of people not coming, it actually came back and healed itself.
Right.
So we know the Lord is going, and the earth is going to heal itself. And the earth is a spirit too, has a vibration. And the Lord is not. And the earth is not bearing. Is full of fruit right now. It's full strength. It's not going to do that for these Edomites.
But this before
That's why they keep introducing more and more drugs and more GMO foods because they're trying to make up for what they fucked up. Right?
That was the whole thing that happened when they slapped them sanctions on Russia beginning of last year. They were talking about fertilizer because the earth don't grow crops and shit for these motherfuckers on fertilizer. I believe it was Sri Lanka. They tried to get off of it and they did it. They didn't get no fucking yield, man. All right.
So yeah, God. So the earth is really in rebellion against them as well, man, because the earth is not being controlled by its true owners, which is us. All right. We're walking. Look, they got us paying rent on our own country, man. We're paying for our own water, and paying for our own wood.
Damn.
All right. If somebody can grab that scripture. We're paying for our own water and our own wood right now, man. All right. That's what's up. Especially if you on the shores here in America, man. All right. Especially if you're indigenous to America.
On earth.
You know, you're paying for your own shit, man. The evidence. I always say it, man. The evidence that you have, the fact that you have vitamin shop, that you have health food stores that are full of vitamins and essential minerals and things like that, is evidence of nothing but pure butt fuckery of the so-called white man, because you shouldn't have to go to a Jewel's and then have all this food and then have a vitamin
C, vitamin D.
You shouldn't have to go buy vitamin D, E, K, B and all that. Because it should be in your fruit, it should be in your vegetables, it should be in your meat.
Yeah.
They're destroying the earth, man.
You're the devil.
I got a precept for you real quick. Yeah, this is First Maccabees 3, and I'm gonna start at 28. He opened also his treasure and gave his soldiers pay. This time Antiochus. He opened also his treasure and gave his soldiers pay for a year. commanding them to be ready whatsoever he should need them. Nevertheless, when he saw that the money of his treasures failed, and that the tributes in the country were small because of the decision and plague which he had brought upon the land and taken away the laws which had been of old time. So when Esau got the power, the first chapter of this book tells us evils was increased. When he increased those evils, even though the heathens don't keep the laws, statutes, commandments, like the totality of it, it had certain things that they held on to that was passed down from Noah. All right, they had some sense. The proof is they don't have to commit adultery. We got that with Abraham. The Hamite king, didn't want to fuck Abraham. Why? So why you didn't tell me? Why you bring this plague upon me? So Esau came to get rid of all that, and now the land don't yield this increase like it should, man. I forget the number of minerals that's supposed to be in the soil.
52.
The water. The water. No, we watched it together. I remember. It was me and you. And then now, the soil got like 4 or 5 minerals. You remember how much it was now? It's somewhere from 52 to less than fucking 6 minerals, man.
And that's what they're not observing the land
That's
Sabbaths.
crazy.
They don't observe the land Sabbaths. They put these chemtrails.
And wickedness.
Yes.
Look, adultery,
Yes.
whoredoms,
Yes.
sodomy.
Yes.
The earth is made off of spiritualness, man. It was made off the word of the Lord. So what Elder Ryan said is true too. They took away the land Sabbaths. That's all. But the reason behind it is spiritual.
Wow.
Esau really, it said that the plague increased because they took away them laws, man. So the earth is doing it. Sri Lanka, they up there, big moles too, man. And I ain't talking about blackstones, man. All right, holes, man. All right. And they ass over there going through it. The land wouldn't even. They said we got to get off this fucking fertilizer. They did the experiment. They can't. The world needs that shit, literally.
Wow, that's a nuts, man. So you mean to tell me that there were 52 minerals in the soil, and now there's only 4. So every time a carrot comes out of there, a potato comes out of there. That's why. So is that why I was
That's
watching?
why you gotta go get
I
them
was
things
watching.
smaller.
I wasn't watching. I was listening to it. I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast, and he has some nutritionists on there, and the nutritionist said something to the effect that it would take 6 oranges to equal what one orange would be like 40, 50 years ago.
And the size, the strength, the volatility.
He said, yeah, just to get the same nourishment from an orange that you ate 40 plus years ago, it would take 6 oranges to do that today.
Yep.
So if that ain't evidence, they did that other study when they said that a 17-year-old male, so if you think you studly, all right, a 17-year-old male has the testosterone levels of a 70-year-old man from the 80s.
Damn.
From like 1981.
That's fucked up.
And then they put an article out recently talking about the new generation. They ain't having sex no more. Then they said it's because of the technology. Everybody's on their phone and shit. No,
They killing their sex
no more.
drive. They killing their sex drive with all these
Soy
chemicals and
and
shit.
shit.
All right, they kill it because they don't want you to be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah,
They're
like
trying to, they trying to, and outside of accidents, they trying to control the population any way that they can, man.
Yeah,
All right.
my OG used to say when she was a little girl, mom had a bowl of fruit on the table. Yeah, have a sweet scent smell to the whole house, man. You can't do that. Have a bowl of fruit on the table. Now you don't smell shit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
when you in the grocery store, the produce aisle
Don't have no smell like
it
this.
don't smell like it used to. You used to smell all the fruits, the veg, all that. Yeah.
I cut this years ago. I cut an apple for my daughter, and she ate like half the apple. I left the other apple and then forgot about the apple and left it up there. Instead of it, when I was a kid, when that happened, within hours, the inside not only get brown, but it gets brown and grainy and starts to decay. Yeah. It gets leathery now.
Right.
It gets leathery now, and it will stay there, just like the bench you had at McDonald's and put it into a closet and had that bitch for years, and it didn't decay. When you put chemicals in this shit, like the chemicals on your car,
Damn,
that
the ants didn't even go eat.
No, but they don't want it.
Yeah.
And that, that's the
They
thing.
went March.
Now you gonna make
March
me
the way.
mad. You know what? Certain foods I'll go get and eat and make and whatever, and now go eat in my room. My cats come like, ooh, what you got? And then if it's real good shit, they'll get it and they'll eat it. Majority of the times, I'll have some of those like, oh, I'm good. It's meat. This supposed to be cheese. This supposed to be whatever. And he's like, I'm good. That never ever happened. I had cats all my life. And when soon as you put any kind of motherfucking piece of meat out there, they would be like,
Yeah.
when a cat say, I'm like, it ain't meat.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh yeah, I got you. Got some
That's
real
true,
quick.
though.
The Job 12:7. But ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee,
Ooh.
and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell thee, man. So when that's just based off you said, that show you that's bullshit. The fact that your cat didn't want the shit. That was whatever you said.
It's been a bunch of stuff because I'll see my daughter trying to feed. I'm like, I don't feed the cats. You know what I'm saying? But then sometimes I start watching, and sometimes they be like, no, I'm straight. No cat will ever say I'm straight on some motherfucking video. Matter of fact, when Granddad gave my dog the T-bone steak, he went and went and kill it. You know what I'm saying? He's
He's
the
still
bone right now.
He's still gnawing on that.
You know what I'm saying? Because if it's real, they gonna want it. You know what I'm saying? And even these the birds, I got the chickens in the back, and I went to another spot to give them. They got the feed that you get from Walmart with this that same bullshit ass feed. When I bought them a bag of the stuff that I get from this organic joint in the white man neighborhood over there by Bedford Park where I was
They
working
lost
at.
their mind on that shit.
Boy, they lost their mind.
Yeah.
It was a whole different. I mean, as soon as they came like, ooh, motherfucker, this shit. You know what I'm saying? They always do the same thing when they could eat it, but it was a different spirit, it's a different energy because that shit was real. It was seeds, it was goddamn it, different pieces of the plants and so forth. It was a natural shit that they would get in their habitat versus this compounded.
Mainly grains and fillers. That's what Esau loved.
That's what
Force
he do.
feed your animals, even your cows. That's why, look, people stop eating red meat to get healthy, which that's cool because not having a Daniel. But the problem ain't the red meat. The problem is they feeding damn cows grain and shit like that. So now it's high omega-6, which you get too much omega-6, now you inflame. As opposed to when the cow eat the grass, they high on omega-3s, which will stop, which balance out the omega-6, which will take away the inflammation, which is a healthy brain fat. When we eat walnuts, cashews, those things, even fatty like salmon, like wild caught salmon is high on omega-3s. That's why they call it brain food. So they done took the damn shit from the cow, made them eat this other shit, now they feel omega-6, and now we getting fucked up. Your brain fucked up, you ain't getting no fat in your head. Fat is supposed to be good.
So
But now you ain't got it, man. You a bunch of bird brains.
He said the people, the fat is supposed to be what gives you that shine. It gives you that glow.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
We're malnourished. Even Esau said that the people are malnourished. Everything.
I don't, testosterone, a 17-year-old having a testosterone,
That's why
a
they
17-year-old
say-
man in 1981. If that ain't evidence enough that we malnutrition.
So they say the average American is vitamin C deficient.
D2.
Yeah.
vitamin
D2. That's one of the reasons why people are so sick. Go ahead and bring out that scripture, Elder Rob. We're gonna make that the last one.
Con. Oh, you want me to read the
Whatever scripture you have.
con. This because you unprofitable ruler, so Lord gotta take your ass out, man, and put the meat in their stead, man. That's gonna keep the laws, uphold the laws, statute, commandments of Yahweh by Shimei Al-Shai. Unlike your
and the world will heal itself in the process.
that's it. Unlike your red lights having ass.
Bro, it's like you said the earth. First of all, how are you going? When you back in the ancient world, the Lord said, "Do when someone die, you put them in the ground." He didn't say go make a hole, make a cement barrier, put them inside of a casket, and then seal and lock that up. So now the body can go back and decay and go back and revitalize the earth. They didn't say go put a whole bunch of this and put a whole bunch of that. They rob the earth and they rob nature of everything. That's why one of the first things that's going to happen in the kingdom when the Most High comes.
Should be no dead and dying trees in the graveyard.
Come on, bro. And again,
Absolutely.
and so that's why the continual employment is going to be burying these dead bodies. And guess what? It ain't going to be in no goddamn plastic bag covered in lime, covered in cement and wooden
There
boxes.
ain't gonna be no more plastic.
Come on, bro. Ain't gonna be no motherfucking more plastic. That's the next. But you can make. They used to travel in leather blessed pouches, man.
And you know what's fucked up? When Fat Burger was on 95th, they advertised that they had the plastic cups made out of corn. The cups technically was edible. I don't know why Esau insists. Well, say the devil. I know why actually. They insist on using this chemical plastic. They can make plastic from corn, which actually biodegrades, which means it's okay.
Which means if you left it on the ground, the ants will come make it disappear.
Yeah.
It wouldn't
It was
be
made of
here.
corn.
The ants would
And
come
of course that
and eat
business
it,
failed.
and they would shit, and it would
Feed the whole everything.
The cycle the cycle will go back around. But that's why they over there in Israel now and whatnot. They can't even plant trees and
Yeah,
shit.
they import everything.
They gotta import all that shit, man.
I got scripture. What happened when the Lord finally takes this devil out of power? It's Isaiah 14:5. It says, "The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in wrath and anger is persecuted and none hindered."
Salaki, who did that to the earth, man? Who beat the whole earth and it ain't stopped? America ain't took a break. They got to say, every 20 years, America goes to war. But really, they occupy these countries. They never let up.
They never let up because even when America's not at war itself, it's got proxy wars going on
Facts.
everywhere else.
They arm this group. They arm this militia to fight do this.
And did any of us, when we came over here on the slave ship, did we say we was over here willingly? We've been in war for over 500 years, just the Israelites alone, man.
Well, they brought war to the shores when they came in.
Right.
They brought war against the Israelites. You brought war to us.
Iron Lip, they'll show you that.
I was up there with Evanston, I remember a year or so ago, and we went into that, and it was like, America in itself has only really had 22 years of actual peace since its inception.
That's right.
So
And it still wasn't peace because we were here enslaved.
Yeah, and then once you do, and then once again, you're not taking into consideration the proxy wars.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right, so yeah, I think what was it? America's been at war 200 plus something years. So America's what? How old is America now? 247?
It only had 21 years.
Yeah, so it's been exactly. So that's retarded if you think about that, man. If I was 246 years old and I've only known 21 years of peace, think about it.
And I'm going to reiterate because we were
Still
not
in
in
war.
peace.
Still in war.
And for the
Because there was
moment,
wars within America.
Exactly.
well,
America was at war with its own citizens, man.
Come on.
But go ahead and break that out,
Yeah.
Rob. Then we're going to read some of these scriptures on
So once the Lord say he broke the staff of the wicked, says once that happens, says
Go back up.
the whole earth is at rest. And once the Lord takes the devil out of power, the earth is going to be at rest and it's quiet, and they break forth into singing. It's going to be rejoicing when your red ass is out of power. So it says, yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us.
I want to make a correction. Canasta pulled it up. Read that real quick.
Only 15 years out of the entirely the 244 years the
Wow.
United States has been in existence have been peaceful. Only 15 years without conflict. So it's 15 years.
Damn, so out of 246 years,
Yeah.
15 years of. Man, so what, John, what you 13, right? So damn. Wow.
Yeah, that's a
let there be peace on earth, let it be.
Pew, 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 pew. Democracy, grenade.
15 years too long. Let's go, y'all.
Because this devil's in power, man. You're never going to get peace as long as his ass is ruling.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, but you know what? To be exact, it just fulfills Bible prophecy because when Esau and Jacob which Esau is the so-called white man, if you don't know, and Jacob, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, the promises that was given to them, his blessing was the sword. So this is Bible prophecy coming to pass. The majority of the years that he's been here, on outside nations, he only had 15 years of peace. But when it comes down to the Israelites bringing us over in subjugation, we were fighting all that same time. We were rioting, we was fleeing, we was doing all kind of shit, trying to get the fuck up out of this shit. So it's really been no years of peace over here. Esau is the harbinger of the sword. His democracy is one of his sword tactics. That's a sword.
It's a weapon in itself.
Yes.
You know, we want to thank you, brothers, that was on the comment board. It was a lot. I read a lot of scriptures, but it was kind of heated tonight. But we're gonna read some of these. We'll start right there.
Yeah, hold on.
You got something over there, brother?
This is Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their
Say it
sleep.
again, Salaki.
This is Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause someone to fall.
Yeah, right on point, man. And
Absolutely.
they don't have a good night rest unless they do some damn wickedness, unless they bring some wickedness and violence in the earth, man.
That's it. Who can I fuck up? Who can I twist up? I ain't figured it out yet. I can't rest yet.
You didn't fuck up nobody today? What's wrong with you? Alright, this is
Pinky in the brain, shit.
Alright, this is Hawashai now, which I love that word because it means save us now. Alright, Psalm 67 and 4. Alright, so select it, say how right. You put not at the end of it now. Select it. Right, kind of. Hawashai now and not. Alright, that will be save us now. Alright. Psalm 67 and 4. Oh, let the nations be glad and sing for joy, for thou shalt judge the people righteously. Today you're doing it now. And govern the nations upon the earth. Salah. Let that sink in. Psalm 67 and 5. Let the people praise thee, O God. Let all the people praise thee. Then shall the earth yield her increase. And the Most High, even our own power, shall bless us. God shall bless us, and all the ends of the earth shall fear him. Alright? There ain't gonna be no Allah, no Shiva, no Buddha, and no other bullshit. Alright?
Right.
It says, Father of many nations, wisdom of Solomon, 6:24. But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the people. It's like the welfare of the world. And a wise king is the upholding of the people. That's the reason why you got all these people rioting and people over there. You got food banks. Why would you ever need a food bank when you got billions and billions and acres of food? All right? You got how many these farms have dumped milk? How many farms have shut their farms down? And then how many farms got bought up and owned by Bill fucking Gates?
Thank you.
Farmland.
That's right. That's right. And then he does a TED talk talking about depopulating the earth. And you can't put the motherfucking two together.
With vaccinates.
All day long.
Yeah.
Alright? This is Sirach 10 and 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. And in due time, he will set over it one that is profitable. That's cool.
Perfect.
That's right. Anything else?
No. That's it, man. And so with that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakam,
Ball.
Ball.
Till next time.